So how did it feel in episode 1 when you were in that bathtub and this line was said to you, "Good cock, by the way"?
Well, I mean, no acting required.
It doesn't even look like me. And they do what with it?
Line up to spit in its face. The hair's good.
No, it's not.
The eyes are wrong. They're the wrong blue. Yours are more crystalline.
This is the most silly, wild, absolutely fantastic series an actor could be a part of. And you've got to laugh at yourself to do this, right?
Oh God, yeah. And I mean, I honestly think he is a true clown. And, by that, I mean, he's also tremendously sad. I mean, I adore Venomentov. I think he's a drunk, overweight, I mean, I don't know, unfit, sad, lost, lonely, fabulous, moral, very funny, kind person and completely lost. So and the writing, of course, is always unexpected and anarchic and crazy, and it's always slightly terrifying knowing what's going to happen to your character as you receive the next episode. You think, oh, okay, I'm in the bath, okay, I'm now with this person. And in this series I fall in love. Well, I suppose Venomentov falls in love every 3 minutes really with almost every woman who walks past him, but so that's good fun.
Is there any line that you see in the script that Tony writes that you ever think, oh my God, no, Tony, I can't say this? Or is it now at the point where you're like, it's fine, I'll do anything?
I think, no, I think that's part of the joy of it. I mean, I do trust him completely. I think he's, as well as being anarchic and writing something very unusual, he's very honest. So I think if something is, I don't think he sort of stretches it to the point. He follows life to a degree. So, yeah, it's slightly daunting what's going to happen to my guy. I'm always sort of suggesting to go on a treadmill and look better and, but no, he just gets more and more of a mess. I don't know how much of it you've seen, but by episode 5, yeah, he's completely broken, and then he starts to reassemble himself. But that sort of happens in microcosm almost every episode, really.
Well, listen, also taking history, and this is absolutely just creating drama and making up stories. Sometimes people can get really cross about things like that. But there's something quite special about this series.
And generally, you only ever do it if it speaks to the time you're in. So that if you can look at that period and go, okay, we're at war and we are close to war again. And so there are some sort of parallels. And I sort of feel, he talks about Trump, he talks about vaccination, he talks about all sorts of things, about women's liberation, of power, of voting. And it's used as a vehicle to talk very much about today. So in a way, I'm like, there, great, that's our little access, that's our gateway to be able to be relevant and to say something, even though we're set in a different country, in a different period.
They hate me?
Of course they love me, so it's hard to relate.
Nothing you've done has worked. You are a failure. I am risking my rule on an idea.
A stupid idea.
A beautiful idea.
Trying to lead a people out of a swamp of hundreds of years is hard.
I will win. I am me. I will pull this off.
Your famous confidence remains intact.
Elle, her face, she has those expressions. She just makes me laugh. You get to spend some time with her. Is she as silly and awesome and brilliant as she seems?
Yeah, she is. I mean, I absolutely would die for her. She's just wonderful. I mean, not only does she have this alabaster skin and this beautiful, I mean, she's just drop dead beautiful, but she arrives before everyone else. She knows every single line. She knows every single person on the set's name. She laughs so easily. She's constantly sort of open to learning herself. She's so young, So for me, I mean, I've said this before, the sort of trickle down, when you have the leading actor like that, it's really hard for everyone else to be an arse. You really have to get on and just go, if she's putting up with all this and she's brilliant, then I better just get on with it. And so it's great fun, but she laughs so easily, and that's a tremendously attractive trait to have in your leading actors, really. And So yeah, it's just a joy to look forward to. And we're all, you know, she sends all these little texts saying, "Oh, I miss you," and you know, and she's great at all that. So that trickles down into not just into the actors, but into the whole crew.
Nice. She says, she said recently when she's not shooting in between and she has any breaks, she gets her pillow, which she takes everywhere with her, and she tries to get a nap. What do you do, Douglas? Like, if you get 5 minutes, like, is your outfit uncomfortable? Because women often tell me period pieces, corsets, all that. You look, I mean, are you wearing something under there that's a bit? Ugh?
I'm wearing a huge fat suit that it's just was hilarious for the first 2 weeks of filming, and now is my most hated item of clothing ever. And the first series, I said, "Oh, it's got to be like move around so that when I sit, it's got, you know, it can wobble and everything." And now I said, "Can we fill it with lentils?" And they went, "No, because the lentils will actually cook. It's so hot on set." So then the second series, I came and went, "Is it ready?" You know, the suit, and they went, "Yeah," and it was full of glass beads. And after about 2 days, I could hardly stand. I mean, it was just so heavy. So now it's easier to use, and there's less and less need for it. The sad thing about that suit, when I put it on, I said, "Well, you know, here I am with this massive." I said, "What are we going to do about my face?" And they went, "Oh, your face is fine."
But you know what? I know a lot of people, when they put weight on, the face stays the same. So to be fair,
I look fat anyway, don't worry.
no, you don't. Seeing you today, I can see the transformation. Do you know what I love to see is when actors share the videos of, and they fast forward, like when they're sitting in the makeup chair. Please, could you put one of those up?
I should do, yeah.
Please, that would be so awesome. And listen, my final question is this. Elle, without spoiling it for anyone, she chose a particular song to have this incredible dance to within this season. Have you seen it? I'm assuming you have.
I have, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's pretty epic. If your character was about to have like a bit of a dance moment, you know, had enough, let it loose, what would be the song, Douglas, that you would want to dance your ass off to?
What, Valamentoff or me?
No, your character. It can't be you.
Oh, oh my God, what would Valamentoff dance to? I think it'd be something crazy. Maybe David Bowie, Let's Dance, or
Cool. Let's dance. That's so cool. I thought you were going to come up with something really like a guilty pleasure for him, but that's such a cool track. But can you move, by the way? Would you be able to throw the shakes up?
Yeah. I'd be, what do they call it? Throwing some looks or whatever. Yeah. They never let me do any of that stuff. They always look at me for 3 minutes and then camera moves slightly to the other side.
And I'm wondering as well for the fans, and everyone's already talking about season 4. The US has had season 3. I've been trying my best not to look at all the spoilers on YouTube. But what are your hopes for the next season? Because I know there's going to be some people gone, which is quite sad. But how are you feeling about it? You survived, I'm assuming.
I think I'm allowed to say that. Yes. And I would love to do a 4th series. We don't know for sure that we're going to do one. The writing is terrifying that you never know quite what's going to happen to your character. And really, I could go in any direction. All I know is that I endlessly make mistakes and fall endlessly in love. And I don't think I'm going to get any more sober, you know. So it's, yeah, who knows?
It's fun. Well, listen, thank you so much for the chat. Success.
Thank you very much. It's very kind of you.